Hey, so what I did here was I laid out a few of the eyeshadows that I use, and this one I haven't used, but you can tell just by looking at this one that it's not going to be good using it with water, like wetting your eyeshadow brush, and simply because it's like, it looks really powdery. And I have found from my personal experience, the best eyeshadows you use with water are the ones that are shimmery, like this one. This is from LA Colors. All of the palettes that are from LA Colors that are in these three little circles, like they just have, it's a little palette that has 3 circles. These are really, really, really good to use with water. This Maybelline one would not be good to use with water, and I'll show you why. Because it's powdery, but I'll show you in a minute. And this Claire's one, you can tell I have tried to use it with water and it just didn't work out. Like some of the colors, like you can tell can be used with water and some can't, but I'll show you also. And I found an eyeshadow brush that I was using earlier. I still have it in the package. They're from Belle. I got these at Dollar General. So any Dollar General, because they don't carry any of the e.l.f. ones, and I have an e.l.f. one right here. This e.l.f. one, yeah, Dollar General used to carry these e.l.f. ones, but they don't anymore. And these e.l.f. ones, like, they're really small. Like, the brush is really, really, really small. And on these, like, Belle ones, they don't say e.l.f. on there. It just says Dome eyeshadow brush. Yeah, it's a lot fuller. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one with one hand, see if I can open it. So as you can see, the tips on these, like this one right here is the e.l.f. and this one is the Belle one. So this one is the e.l.f. and this is the Dome. It just says Dome from Belle. But it's a lot fuller, so they work better, and they cost the same, so I don't know. But yeah, and you can still find the e.l.f. ones at Target. But yeah, but I recommend these from Belle. And they're a lot longer too, as you can see the length. And so yeah. And then another palette that I wanted to show you is also this Ultimate Blockbuster from Profusion. I got this at Ross. And I've rarely used this one because I have another one. It's like all crusty and everything. That one I do use a lot, but these are all shimmery ones, and they all work well with water. So all of these colors you can use with water. And usually when I put eyeshadow, I dip them in water. Unless I'm on the go, I just use the, like these kind, powdery ones. But any shimmery one, all of these are shimmery. They say sheer, but I don't know. They're shimmery, so yeah. And see, they would work good with or without water, but they work better with water. It's what I'm trying to say. So yeah. So let me get my water right here, and we're gonna be using the Dome one. I just want to show you. And I just dip it completely in water. And I'm trying to do this with one hand the best I can. I just kind of wiggle it around like this. So it's wet, but it's not like completely like drenching in water. And let's see. I am going to be using, ooh, there goes my leg. What I put on right now was this blue one right here, and I already showed you what it looks like, but I'll show you what it would like look like without water. This e.l.f. one isn't wet, so this is the eyeshadow without it being wet, and I'm gonna pretend this is my eye. And as you see, it looks good when you start to put it on, but it starts to fade. And without water, you would have to constantly keep moving it around. like that. So this is without water. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dampen the brush a little bit, like that. Move it around because I don't want it too wet. Kind of squeeze the brush like this. See, it's wet, but it's not like exaggerating wet where it's like dripping and like use water, like watercolor, and have it running everywhere. That's not what we want. You dip it in the water, and you can see the water absorbs the eyeshadow, and this is what it is with water. So this is without water, and this is with water. As you can see, the color's more pigmented. You can see the blue pop out a lot more. So without water, with water. So that's why I usually use water. So yeah, so. And then you can just kind of go over it again, like if it was your eye. I mean, it looks really nice. It looks a lot better with water, so. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse this brush and show you another color. I'll go ahead and do the purple, because I know if I was watching this video, I would love, love, love to see that purple. So yeah. And there's this purple. Oh, I didn't get enough water on there. So yeah, that's the purple. Both with water and with no water. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this. And I'll set that to the side. And I'm going to show you this one right here. This is the Maybelline. So with no water, it's completely dry. I'm just going to see, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's use this one right here. It's like a light tan brown. It looks white on the camera, but yeah. These right here, they're very powdery, and I would not use these with water because, look, this is dry. It just it's really light. So if I wet the brush, so I'm wetting the brush, trying to clean the blue from it. And I'm gonna try again over here. You can see it's not, you see the way it turns that circle? It looks like the eyeshadow. It just absorbed the water and it's not really coming on the eyeshadow brush. So if your eyeshadow does that on the palette, it's a no-no. It's not good with water. So don't even try, you know, scraping it or whatever, because you can try scratching it and making it kind of soft. It's not going to work. So that's how you know it's not good for water. And you can see it just, it looks a little weird on the brush. So see, you got nothing. So, and you haven't messed up your eyeshadow palette. It'll just dry and it'll just go back to normal. But that's how you know you can't use water. And then on these right here, I don't know what ingredient like the eyeshadows have that makes them good with water, but I just have found that the shimmery ones are really, really good with water. So you can see this one that I have used with water, and this one also. They don't have that circle that this one right here has. It just absorbed the water, so yeah. And now this other one from LA Colors as well. You know, when it comes to like using a good eyeshadow, name brands don't count. It's just like which one you find that works best for you. And I have found all of the LA Colors that are shimmery work for me. So we'll just, this one right here, this is like an olive green color. It's really nice. That's with water, and you can see it didn't absorb, like the eyeshadow didn't absorb the water the way it did over here when I dipped it. So And I'll just go ahead and swatch it over here and just pretend it's my eye again. I'll get a little more. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And I'll go ahead and rinse it. Just completely rinsing it in water. And we will try this one over here from Claire's. Some of these are good and some of them aren't. Like this yellow one is good with water, but I have found all of the yellow like eyeshadows aren't really yellow when you put them on your eye. They look a little weird, but yeah, this one's good with water. This blue one isn't right here. But yeah, to show you this yellow right here. So yeah, you can just experiment with the eyeshadows that you have. See? As long as they don't appear with that circle that's already disappearing, but yeah, if they come up with that circle on there, like a water circle, I guess you can call it, yeah, they're not good with water. And this is Maybelline, so yeah, you would think you would expect more from Maybelline, but you get more out of these dollar palettes right here. So yeah, and they have like different colors, and there's a palette like this one that has a really nice pink shimmery one. If you ever see it, I suggest you buy it because it works really well with like water. And I haven't been able to find one. I had one and I like used it all up, and I haven't been able to find another one. So if you ever see it, buy it. It's a nice palette. But yeah, you see this pink one right here, and it's from the same palette. You see that circle, that water circle? It's not good with water. And you can try and try and try to scrape, but you see? You might get something out of it since it's a dark color in the other Maybelline one. But yeah, you see? It's just really light, but... And that's it. So yeah. Yay to LA Colors and woo to Maybelline when it comes to using with like water. And Maybelline's not bad. There are some like shimmery Maybelline ones that you can be able to use with water, but yeah, I just used that as an example because these are like light powdery ones and these are like shimmery ones. So yeah, I hope that was a good example, and thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.